All right, yeah, I am going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Friday, the 26th of June, set by Pangakupu. I see there's special instructions. The word Japanese was correct. Oh dear. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but I had a crossword recently where I had a choice between those two words. Oh, speaking of sort of giving things away, big thank you to Liari, who solves crosswords on Twitch. Now, I've never watched Twitch before, would you believe? I'm very behind the times. But in her session today, she covered my alliteration crossword. So I'm very much looking forward to watching a replay of that. Although I have to admit, I'm reminded of being back in school when the teacher would read out my essay, and it's that mix of embarrassment and pride. Anyway, it will be interesting to see what she makes of that nonsense. Anyway, before we go on, let's have the cryptic clue of the day. Yesterday, Susie swapping second last sequence shows sheet size, 6 letters. It is a sheet size, quarto. And for Susie, you had to think of the great Susie Quattro, who's had a bit of a renaissance recently. Happy to see that. Oh, I should be wearing my Susie Quattro t-shirt. Bad planning on my part. Anyway, well done to Jim who got that. It worked out you think of Quattro. And the second last sequence, well, the third last letter and the second last letter make the second last sequence. You swap them around and you go from quattro to quarto. Well done to Jim and everyone else who got that. Yeah, Jim mentioned Devilgate Drive, what a great song, and 48 Crash, and Can the Can, maybe that's her signature song. They're all great. All right, today, Cab Calloway's covering chaotic confusion, closing cabaret clubs, question mark, 4-4. Cab Calloway's covering chaotic confusion, closing cabaret clubs, 4-4. First letter is Z, last letter is T. And if you're wondering what's going on with the alliteration, well, watch Liari's stream. I'll put a link in the description to that, and it will make sense. All right, let's see what Pangakupu has to end the week. Bands recitals, where this is played, 4-8. Well, bands recitals is 4-8, so 12 letters, and played can be an anagram indicator, so I'm thinking this might be an and lit or semi-and lit, where, yeah, I think it's going to be maybe a place where you would have recitals, not necessarily where you would band them. Something like a band, well, it's not going to be band. Yeah, I'm not seeing that, and I haven't had good luck with anagrams this week, so I'm going to try and get a crosser. Basalt cracked with ice in chilly water, 6-3. All right, we're going to crack our anagram basalt with ice, and I think we're going to get the Baltic Sea. And people often use Baltic to mean very cold, not very cold in Britain, Ireland, or Europe at the moment. I really do feel sorry for you because unlike in the US where we have air conditioning, it's difficult, I know. All right, oh, this does begin with B. Oh, maybe it's a word, maybe it's not my anagram. Yeah, maybe it's a bar, bars. What else could it be? What four-letter word beginning with B? If it is the anagram, bear? No. Base? No, still don't see it. Mum permits paddling here, 8 letters. That's a great clue. Oh, mum can be keeping quiet, or sh, telling someone to hush. But it could be ma as well. So ma, and I think then a word for permits or permits. And I think it's going to be somewhere you would have paddling. Now, is that paddling as in a kayak or just having a little paddle in the sea? I think I prefer it beginning with sh. So that could be a base. Or it could be BASS. But otherwise, there's not seashore, shingle. So what's permits? Oh, allows. Ah, yes. So you might paddle in the shallows. All right. Vegetable, cold, resistant to the bite. 5 letters. I think cold is going to be a C. So is it going to be a vegetable beginning with C, or I think it's going to be a 4-letter vegetable and then a C, and it's going to mean resistant to the bite. Like al dente. What's another word for that? No. Oh, here's another vegetable. Is there a theme or just a coincidence? Vegetable skill, I fail at a crucial moment. 9 letters. Fail could be an anagram indicator, but I don't think so. And what's the definition? Could be a 9-letter vegetable. I think it's going to be at a crucial moment. Don't see it. Admired pair about to study carbon. 6 letters. To study can be to con. I was just at a play reading of A Midsummer Night's Dream, and they used con, saying they had to con or study something. I thought, that's where that word comes from. And carbon, see, I always mix up if carbon is Ca. No, I think that's calcium. I think carbon is just C. So I think maybe the definition is admired. Or admired pair? No, I don't get it. Delete times article finally, 5 letters. Well, times could be, well, 1 time can be T, so times could be 2 T's. Or it can be 5 times 3 by or X. Article is usually a, an, or the, but here article finally might just be the last letter of article. Yes, at times actually eras with the E finally and erase. All right, I'm going to be a brave boy and try the anagram helper for bands recitals. Yeah, I don't see. I think it might end in ER. Oh, I think it's bass clarinet. I think the definition is this is played. Excuse me. That is an instrument. The bass clarinet is something that's played. All right. Ooh, so the cold, I think, is at the beginning, so then resistant to the bite. All right, well, what's a 5-letter vegetable I should know beginning with C? No, not good on the old vegetables. And that was the vegetable skill. Oh, artichoke. To fail at a crucial moment is to choke. Skill is an art, eye is eye, and then fail at a crucial moment. Very nice. Old president leading America a dance, 5 letters. I think that A is America, so I think it is a dance. Salsa? No. What's the old president? Oh, polk, of course. Oh, he doesn't come up very often, I think, but a polka. Applications supporting section of stage work, 6 letters. Well, applications can be apps. Supporting section of stage. Yeah, don't get that. Immediately agreeing to bring in conservative, 2-4. Oh, I'm wondering if it's immediately. Yes, if you are agreeing with someone, you might say we are at one, and you bring in C for conservative. Australian working with Australian in support for NASA employee, 9 letters. Well, I think Australian can just be A, but could one of them be Oz? Oh, one of them could be a kangaroo. Well, anyway, NASA employee, let's cut to the chase, could be an astronaut. Working is on, I think. Australian working with Australian in support. Yeah, I don't fully parse that one. Yeah, we'll check at 15 squared to see what's going on there. Oh, I just did think of a vegetable, chard. I think it came up in Wordle once, and yeah, it was not the first word I thought of. So resistant to the bite might be hard, of course. That's the admired pair. Oh, I think admired very much overused these days. Iconic. A pair. Oh, so 2 in Roman numerals, I and I, and they go around that con for study, and then carbon C at the end. All right, South American. Oh, I'm thinking Chilean. Chile was in flagel today. Our Greek character, okay, that's chai, and offering little of profit, I suppose, like lean years don't give you much profit. Went down the cresta carrying child's protective headgear for 3. I'm wondering if it's going to be some kind of a lid. So it's maybe not a protective headgear for a human. Oh, went down the cresta. Would that be skied? Carrying child. That could be CH. Yeah, isn't went. Oh, maybe slid. Carrying child's. Yeah, so maybe it's SLI and then that D is the end of slid. Carrying child's. Oh, that L could be slid, of course, too. Something like a skid pad or something or other. No, I'm going to have to come back to that one. Source of light remains current in plant for 6. I think it is going to be a plant. Source of light, I think, is just the first letter of light and L. And remains, oh, remains are sometimes ashes. But there's something like a rose, willow, or I don't know. Metal, you mind rocks, gaining mass, 9 letters. I think it will be a metal, not uranium, or I think U might be the letter U in text speak, and then mind rocks. Oh, that could be an anagram, rocks. Or maybe it's you mind. Which is 8 letters, and then gaining mass, you put an M, another M in the middle. Yeah, I don't. There is at the back of my mind some element ending in Y, Omni or something. But yeah, I don't see it. All right, ready to complain after leaders ousted, 4 letters. I think it's going to be ready. And then I think we're going to have a word for to complain, and we're going to take away the first letter, the leader, and we're going to get that ready. Could be ready as a verb, to prepare. But what's to complain? Oh, whine? No, I don't think hein is anything. Wince? No. Go to bring in a salver, 4 letters. I think we're going to have a word for go. Well, if you have a go at something, you have a try. That brings in the letter A, and a salver could be a tray. Parts swapped in Latin song from part of Italy, 6 letters. I think it is going to be part of Italy, or maybe the adjective form from this part of Italy. Turin. Oh, Tuscan. Very good. Oh, that's excellent. The Latin for song, I think, is cantus, and you swap the 2 syllables to get Tuscan. Alluring happened to have success with leading man, not love, for 6. I think because not love to me says take away an O, which can stand for 0, which would be love in tennis. I think it's going to be a hyphenated phrase meaning alluring. Oh, how about come hither? Oh, to have success could be a hit. Let's try come hither. Happen. I think to happen is like to come about. Have success is hit. With leading man is, oh, the hero, but without the O. Very nice. A lot of mud, intensely gleaming, 7 letters. Gleaming could be shining. It almost seems like a hidden clue, but I don't think it is. The S is in the wrong place. Why would it be shining? I mean, SHI is a lot of a certain word. It's not mud. And then that leaves ning for intensely. I don't think so. Let's move ahead to 25. Moved fast after active harbor regressed, becoming degenerate. 9 letters. Well, I think becoming degenerate is the definition, or degenerate, because we're going to have a word for moved fast, which could be ran, after active. Harbor regressed. Oh, I was just thinking of a harbor could be a port, and if regressed means reversed, we get a trop. If you move fast, you hide. Yeah, does anyone still say I hide to the car park or whatever? But atrophied, so it is just degenerate, I think, is the definition. Only rich seen around this theater, ? Only rich, that could be something like no poor, no rags, no something. I think it might be a theater, like it could be a famous theater, but I don't get it. All right, I skipped over. No longer suppresses scorn. UK's struggling. 7 letters. Oh, could it be an anagram, a struggling version of scorn UK? And it means no longer suppresses. Yeah, I don't see. Well, the K does go with the C or the N very nicely, even the R. Scorn UK. No. All right, describing birth name in any way, not entirely 5 letters. Well, birth name can be indicated by ne, ne for a man, or more commonly nee for a woman. But yeah, I don't see it. Here's a long one. Wild shamrock, Portuguese islands, twice cut down, reducing unnecessary quantities. 7-5. Oh, I think wild might be an anagram indicator. Shamrock is 8. So we'd only need 4 letters. But maybe it's Portuguese islands. And we removed 2 letters from that, twice cut down. And I think the definition would be reducing unnecessary quantities. But I have no idea what that's going to be. All right, I note that woman, that should be she or her, with sex appeal, that should be it, and gold, AU or OR, recipient of legacy, ? I could be I. Note, yeah, so it's I. Note can be N. Her, it, yeah, no R. Inheritor, one who inherits a recipient of a legacy. All right, that's our ready to complain after leaders ousted. Bide. No. They help one view fix over church, elevating Eastern philosophy. 5-3. Oh, I think it might be they help one view, and I can think of a hyphenated phrase. Yeah, I thought of this the other day when we had the short telescope, and I don't think I even mentioned it because it isn't a short temperature, but there are the glasses that just fit on your nose, the pince-nez. Is that how you pronounce them? Um, so they help one view. If you're in a fix, you're in a pinch. Yeah, there we go. Over church. Um, oh no, to fix is to pin. Oh dear, over church is CH. Eastern philosophy is Zen, and that is being elevated or reversed. Well, there's our describing birth name in any way, not entirely. We do have the N, so it could be NE. Oh, describing birth. That could be a word like natal. Name in any way, not entirely. Yeah, I don't. It might actually be describing birth name because I think you might use, well, what was your natal name? I've never heard anyone say that, but I think it would be correct. So then, in any way, I think not entirely means the word all for entirely, but not. Yeah, I can't quite explain this one. All right, concerned with Muslim leader rejecting an outcome, 6 letters. Well, Muslim leader would be an imam, rejecting an, so just I am. Oh no, I think it's a sultan. So concerned with is re on the subject of, and then a sultan without an, and the outcome is a result. All right. Ooh, this could be. How about uncorks? Ah, it was that anagram of Scorn UK, which could be the name of a band. Well, they're Scorn in Britain, and then they release their albums in the US, and they're Scorn UK. Anyway, no place to steal from subordinate, 5 letters. Subordinate could mean under. Yes. To steal is to plunder. Place can be abbreviated to PL, as in an address if you live on Evergreen Place, PL. And you get your under. Oh, the Azores, of course, would be the Portuguese islands. Is it something like Occam's razor? No, but something razor. Is there a business term, like this just-in-time production or supplying? Is there like just enough razor-thin margins? But I think it is going to be an anagram of shamrock and then AZOR. Well, let me put in the anagram helper and see if that makes any sort of sense. Oh no, I think it is Occam's. Yeah, of course it's Occam's razor. I think maybe it's reducing unnecessary factors, maybe. you just say, well, let's ignore all the other possibilities and go for the most obvious. Isn't that Occam's razor? Now, I have to admit, I would have misspelled Occam's razor. I don't know if there's an alternative spelling or if that's just in my mind. Or maybe I would use Occam's razor and spell it Occam anyway. Only rich. Oh, it's a hidden clue. Only rich goes around the lyric. Now, my great uncle owned a cinema in Limerick many, many years ago. If there's anyone from Limerick watching, the lyric, my mother would often speak about it, and she wouldn't let us watch King Kong, the original version, when it came on television because she remembered there were crowds of people and people were fainting and having to be carried out by the ambulance. Anyway, finally she relented and she couldn't believe how ridiculous it looked. Anyway, the lyric cinema. All right, there's our, intensely gleaming, silvery, maybe? Silt. Ah, yes, so a lot of silt, and then intensely is very. I like that. Beautiful spot to get hot. Oh, here's the Javanese food, 6 letters. Yeah, I wonder, was that just a typo, or maybe there's some confusion about where this food comes from. Now, I'm hoping this is going to be a beautiful spot, but I think it's going to be Javanese food because we have that H for hot. I think we need a beautiful spot. What would you call that? And there is a type of food called tempeh. Is it Tempeh? But I don't see how that's a beautiful spot. But if I'm desperate, I may have to guess that. All right, not a bad first pass compared to Paul yesterday, but Paul is Paul. All right, there's our, this could be a willow. Hold on, if that was an L then. Oh, I think it is going to be an IUM. Oh, but we do have the Y. Ah, yeah, so I don't think it's willow. All right, back to the anagram helper. And I think it should be you mind with an M. Don't see it off the top of my head. Meodinium. Diominium. Honestly, it could be either of those. Yeah, it's not going to be NM or MD or DM. Emodinium, no, I think it's going to be Dio or Mio. Oh, Dios mio. All right, so that could be a D or an M. Oh, it could be an N. Ah, yeah, how about Neo for new? Maybe that's more likely. Neomidium. All right, I'm going to just guess one and let's check that word. Ah, no, let's reveal it. All right, it was the other way around, but I don't feel too bad about that. Never heard of neodymium. All right, so something, a source of light. Ah, it could be a something window. Ah, remains, I think here is a singular ash. And current can be I. Is that right? Yeah, I think in electrical notation, I'm thinking a sash window, although I don't quite. Oh no, current is in. No, that's not right either. Ash remains. Current. Oh, current I think is wind. Ah, and to plant is to sow. That's tricky. All right, here we got applications supporting section of stage work. It sounds like we're going to have something for applications, and that's going to support a section of a stage. Oh, that could be as in a race, like a leg of a race, but I think it's going to be a section of an actual stage. And then I think the definition is work. So it could be some kind of musical or theatrical work. Don't see it. And there's our protective headgear question mark. All right, is it skied or slid? Went down the Cresta run. I think that's for bobsled, but honestly, I'm not sure. But then I think it is slid, which might just be that LID there. Oh, a child could be a kid. So is there something called a skid lid? Ah, maybe that's slang for a motorcycle helmet. In which case, that's new to me. I don't think I've heard of a skid lid, or if I did, it was many years ago. All right. Applications supporting section of stage work. I'm wondering if it's a Greek word like aposis or something like that. Oh, work? Could work be post? I don't think so. All right, I had to go to word plays in the end. I wasn't thinking of any thing, and I was afraid it was going to be, as I said, some Greek word, but I think it's just opuses. We see opus or OP all the time. Nice to see it getting a starring role in the actual grid. If that is right, though, I don't. Oh, applications are uses. Supporting. Yeah, I mean, that's just such a simple clue, but I don't fully. I think work is the definition, and it means here in the plural opuses. But how is OP section of stage? Yeah, I don't get that. And then also while I was paused, I looked up synonyms of to complain, and I saw gripe, and I realized, of course, you drop the G and you get ripe for ready. All right, yeah, I think I'm just going to go with I think it's EH, not Tiny Tempa. Isn't that a rapper? Let's go ahead and check all and see. Oh, I'll also make a note of 21 to get the explanation for that. Check all. Oh, did I? Oh, it's Pants. It's Church of England. Ah, Pants. There we go. Yeah, completely messed that one up. All right, but everything else stayed in place, including the tempa. All right, let's go over to 15 squared. The blog today is by Peter O on the gentle side. Oh, I forgot to look for the Maori Nina, not that I would have known it anyway. But there are two rivers. Oh, all right. So, sure enough, bass clarinet. A for Australian, plus stronat, an envelope of on working, plus A, again Australian, in a strut is a support. Very tricky. And a skid lid. Yeah, there's no explanation of that. I got the wordplay part. It is N name. Oh, at all, in any way, and that's cut short, of course. And then Occam's razor. Yeah. OP theatrical. Ah. Oh, this is new. An initialism of opposite prompt or stage right section of stage. Ah. I don't think I've ever come across that before. That's a nice one to know and to put in my quiver. And then Tempe. Oh, well, I was thinking of Tempe, Arizona, but there's a gorge in Greece, so a beautiful spot. Oh, and Peter O has been there. And it's primarily an Indonesian food, Japanese rather than Japanese. There we go. All right. Enjoyable puzzle. Daughter Clementine. Ah, all right. I wasn't misremembering. There is that other spelling with two C's. Baffled by. Oh, yeah. So apparently Japanese was there probably for quite a while before they corrected it. Here's Pangakupu herself. Key places in the New Zealand gold rushes. All right. So Chambers says made especially in Japan and Indonesia. All right, so Pangakupu was right, although maybe people in Britain are more likely to think of it as Indonesian. And there's why we might have two spellings of Occam. All right, well, that was a lot of fun and a nice way to finish the week. Thanks as always for watching and have a wonderful day and a great weekend.